Hi everybody, welcome back to Art Supply Guide. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you guys how to draw a female torso. Next video is going to be a male torso. When you get down to the skeletal system of how to draw somebody, the female and males are pretty much the same. Where it differs is where you place, where you want to put the fat, where you want to put the muscles, and the muscles of women are different from men. Women tend to carry more fat in their hips and in their legs and in their breasts and in their chest, whereas men carry more fat in their stomach typically. So depending on what you want to do with that. But what I'm going to do is just show you a basic female torso, and this is actually going to be at a 3/4 turn because that is my favorite angle. Because you are allowed to, it's not perfectly symmetrical, you're allowed to make a little bit smaller or make a little bit bigger because it's at a 3/4 angle. So once you have your piece of paper ready, go ahead and draw regular circle. Doesn't have to be perfect, can be just as simple as that. In a past video, I showed everybody how to draw a head, and that is definitely something that can be applied. The head I drew was about that big, so it was a lot to take in, but since this is a much smaller scale, I find it easier, but some people find it more difficult. It's all gonna depend. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just draw a line. It's gonna be just a messy line. We're not gonna draw the torso this long. It's just, this is her head, this is where her spine goes. Okay? So once we draw that, we're gonna draw the neck. So because it's a 3/4 turn, I like to draw lines on the face to see where she's looking. So she's going to be looking straight. And this will also give you a good idea of where her body is. That way she's not looking that way, but yet her chest is facing that way. So, okay. All right, so once you've done that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take from your head and kind of lightly trace and draw a line, goes into the neck. It's a little bit like that. And not completely on the side of here as well, just a little bit more underneath the head. So we're gonna draw another line. It's gonna be a little bit longer. I think I drew this a little bit too long, but it's okay. That's why we have erasers. Now from here, what I'm gonna do is, with the width of my fingers, I'm gonna take the edge of that, I'm gonna put it right here. So what this is gonna be the edge of the pectoral muscle. That's what that's gonna be. But first, I'm gonna draw some shoulders. So with the, and my girl isn't gonna be any muscular. Again, this is just like a basic skeletal. You can add more muscles or you can add more fat or whichever one you want as you get closer. So you're gonna draw them a little bit. Just a slanted line like that. You don't want them too straight. And again, because it's a 3/4, this one is gonna be shorter than that one. And if by the end of it you look and like, oh man, her shoulders are too broad, or oh, they're too small, I'm not going to be going over arms, so this is definitely something that can be quickly erased. And again, this is all kind of light. So now that you got here, you're going to make a small circle, like oval, like that, and then a big circle like that. Again, it's a 3/4 turn, so I like to make my circles also different sizes, so it gives you a good idea. All right, now that I have that, what I'm gonna do, that's right. Great, now that I have that, I'm gonna go ahead and connect box, the edge of this to that, connect it to this, and then go out like that. Because this is going to be the pectoral, so this is going to be more straight and the back is going to come in. So I did that. Again, going to bring this, the dimension of my fingers, bring it down here, put a little dash on it. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and make this straight but still kind of going in. This is going to act as her rib cage and waist. Actually, I'm looking at it. Made it a little bit too long. It's okay. We've done that. I might bring it up a little bit and then draw the line where it was. And then it's a slight line from the back here. Now that you've done that, you take your fingers again, do it one more time. It's gonna be here. So this case, instead of drawing a box this time, what you're going to do is you're actually going to go out. And it's gonna go to the edge of that. And because this is gonna be where her hip and her butt are, this can actually go out a little bit more because her hips are gonna be a little bit. And if you want to have a curve, you can. Don't, I see people, they make this little thing and then they go, boop, okay, she's got a butt. So now here's something that could be different. You could either draw it like that and have it be good, or what a lot of people do is they use this, they come in like that, and then they make a little triangle. This is a little bit tricky because this acts as it's going this direction, whereas in this one it goes that way. And what this is this is basically where the legs are. So this is the end of the pelvis for the female. And that's what, for the 1950s, that's what they did for bathing suits and pinup models and different things of that nature. Okay. So again, I'm not going to draw the arms, so she's just going to be an armless girl right now. But this is your basic skeletal torso. Now, if I wanted to make it more traditional, I would just do this. And again, if I wanted to make it more of a male, and I will do a full male video in the future, but most likely the difference is the pelvis skeletal wise, and then when it comes down to the muscles, that's going to be a different scenario. So from here, what we're going to do is the arms. We're going to draw us her chest. So I'm going to draw it right here. And you want it to go a little bit past this line right here, like that. And they're not going to be, they're not going to look like that. That's definitely, that's more cartoony or anime, depending on your genre, but that's definitely more over dramatic, and but this is a more realistic. Now, if you want her to have those, then that's fine. You know, your model could have some work done. There's nothing wrong with that. So they're not going to be perfectly like that perfect Hollywood, you know, thing you see. Like, you're not gonna get that naturally. Naturally, women's breasts don't do that because of where the pectoral muscle is. Well, you've done that. You're gonna do about the same distance as this is. You're gonna come out here, and but because again this is 3/4, they are going to be different. So you're gonna come out, and this doesn't have to be exactly like this because then it would be a front view instead of a 3/4. So this is actually going to go again a little bit lower. It's gonna go out a little bit and then come in, and you don't want it to end up here because that's not where the muscle ends. The muscle ends right underneath your arm, which is actually right here. So if I want to, I could actually expand it out. So we'll make it about right here, which is about where the muscle ends, where the muscle connects. You don't have to draw that. That's something that I like to do to see, like, oh, look, it connects to the arm. It really helps. And now that the circle's drawn, so that connects, and then I can just go ahead and erase it and leave this. I can go ahead and erase that and just leave that. Now, if you wanted to add more detail to these, you can. There's lots of different types of these, but I'm just going to keep this PG, so we're not going to do that right now. So this is, again, just the basic structure of the torso. More detail can be added later, but right now this is just going to be the basics of what it is. So now that we've got that, this is a rib cage, so the belly button is going to fall right here. I'm going to go ahead and erase the rest of this detail, which is about right here. And sometimes you'll be like, oh, well, the torso looks all loppy, or the torso looks kind of weird. And go ahead and make any adjustments. You want to make the waist smaller. You want to make the waist larger. If it's something to where you're, maybe you're wondering, oh, I love the person, but I want to draw more plus size people, or people who are a little bit thicker, then just let me know, and we can definitely get that sorted. Drew the belly button kind of high. It's a little bit below the waistline. And for the belly button, I just like to draw a little apostrophe or a comma, whichever one you want. And now that we've done that, I like to go ahead and add a collarbone. You don't have to, but it's just, and this is kind of just something you learn with just practice. And the collarbone is pretty high up. You just kind of do that. Now, yeah, now you don't have to draw a collarbone. It's definitely a personal choice. I just drew it because, see the bone and where it is. And from here, you can actually even make it a mannequin if you want by completing it. Or if you're just like, no, Elizabeth, I love my people with no arms, it's great. So then, with these circles still being there, you can see where the back connects, where the waist goes in. And if you see here, I made a little mistake. I drew the waist a little bit uneven. But I think I bring it in, keep it. But I think what I want to do is make this more straight, and then have it go down like that. And there you go. That is your average torso for a woman. Thank you guys so much, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and check out our website, artsupplyguide.com. And if you would like to learn more about drawing, we have instructional videos to cartooning, from poses to facial expressions to fabric and backgrounds. We have things that can teach you how to design and teach you how to create cartoon characters from start to finish. And our online courses are designed to be at your own pace and level, so you can go at whichever pace you want. All right, thanks guys. You've been great.